The Po' Boy Pundits podcast is brought to you by What Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top-quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. Pulpery Media presents Po' Boy Pundits with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the political headlines that grab our attention and all those little jerks that infuriate us.
But this woman...
She's just condescending.
She's like Mike Johnson. I bet they sit in a room fully clothed and just talk sexual to each other very awkwardly.
I doubt that because, that's not Mike Johnson's thing.
Oh, right. He likes dudes. Allegedly. Attorneys say I have to say that. Right. Allegedly.
Supposedly.
Likes dudes.
Now, again, Caroline Leavitt does seem like somebody who would peg another dude. Mm-hmm. So.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But what's her dude name in the boudoir?
Probably Caroline.
Or Carrie.
Levi.
Charlie.
Charlie's good.
Or sorry, Chuck.
Peter.
You don't want to be disrespectful. Just go with Chuck.
Peter. Fuck this guy. You know what? Her and Charlie Kirk's wife are a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
What am I saying? They should. They probably do have a lesbian affair going, but they hate the gays. Which seems to be their thing.
And
then she gets up in front of the world.
They always have some way of justifying it.
Right. Which is
remember,
why we're talking about this fucking...
Like those dudes, the Republican congressman who got popped in the early 2000s. Like the dude who was in the airport bathroom and it was it's either I don't know, or it's I've been lonely. That's okay.
Well, what about the cocaine used condom in the White House or wherever it was, Congress, the congressional halls? That's exactly what it wouldn't be like. I like dudes and I like sucking dick in a bathroom.
Oh man, imagine how many of those congressional pages if they had a tell-all book.
Right. That's why I'm fascinated with the So is that text message part of the Library of Congress? Does that go somewhere?
I don't think so.
Unless it was done from her
government account.
Yeah. Shit. But somebody can enter it into evidence at a hearing.
Correct. And then it's part of the congressional record.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. I want your mom did in the records. That's why I'm so fascinated with those things. Seriously,
the sad part, I think, it is starting to weigh on the general public in that, obviously there are threats to lead into what you wanted to talk about of why they are gerrymandering like crazy. But is that, you only do that if you really do, and then, over, not this past week and the previous weekend, I saw something, I guess it was last weekend on the news, but somebody pointed out, the last time, Georgia, gerrymandered like crazy.
Right.
It was, and they cut it down. It used to have,
They just put everything into Atlanta.
Right. They had 6 Democratic congressional districts.
Nope, we're going to put them all right here now.
Right. And then, but, in the long term, that can backfire. Or, as you're seeing
which is slowly happening in Georgia.
Yeah, and as you're seeing in Texas as well, is that with this redistricting, then all of a sudden, people who would have never stepped out to run for office or running for office like this multi-billion platinum selling, Latino singer is, who only does
Bad Bunny?
No, he's does mariachi music and shit. But
seriously.
He's you know what? I'm not standing by while my family gets deported. I'm running. And he's running in one of these new red districts. But because they thought, oh, we'll just carve it up and that'll be a nice little pocket
Right,
for us.
this will be an easy dub.
But if a dude comes out and gets the people who normally abstain from voting to vote, boom, you're fucked. But yeah, you Bad Bunny.
Sorry, the Super Bowl. That's so fucking stupid.
But that's why, I mean, again, coming back to, like with what the Supreme Court
Thank you, that's right.
has heard, and we're waiting on their judgment about whether or not they're going to allow the Louisiana redistricting to stand.
And then they use, like, reverse racism almost,
Yeah.
right? Is that how I read that? Like, yes, we did it because of we needed to give minorities a voice, but now the white man doesn't have a voice, so we need to redistrict.
Right, yeah, we need to get that back down to one black district.
Correct. Like they've taken advantage of it.
It was like,
Which, right? Is that how I read it?
yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was just trying to put it in layman's terms.
But it's because of the way they drew those two districts, which it cuts right through the middle.
Yes.
Because they wanted to take all the enclaves of African Americans, New Orleans, East Baton Rouge, and part of the bottom part of Shreveport.
Yep.
And they ran a swath connecting the two districts.
Right,
like
just like this. Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry if all the other hillbillies in there aren't glad at that, but you know what? They got to go through with it, because I got redistricted and now I'm in Steve Scalise's district, and I'm never going to be able to have the person I vote for get up there.
Yeah, no, I'm same where we're at.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in Lakeview of all places.
Yeah.
It's
But it's like,
it's about as white as it gets.
but we're still in New Orleans proper.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
how is Steve Scalise, who represents Cutoff, represent us? Like, that makes no sense.
Because you've got
He's got
racist people.
Pearl River. Like, oh yeah, that's the same as New Orleans.
Yeah, dude, cut from the same cloth.
Right.
Dude.
I'm just saying. And then there's Troy Carter, who knows what the fuck's going on in the city.
And he's got
And he's on lock, but
the Supreme Court's about to gut that.
I don't know. I mean, remember, they sent it back initially, going, are they upheld the lower court's decision of going, like, no, you or if you're going to redistrict it, you got to make a third one. Like, you can't.
Right, they kicked it back. Didn't they kick back the one in the Carolinas too?
Yeah.
So they are yet to make a decision.
Well, and the thing is that,
and they've seen it several times.
I think as long as this is tied up, Louisiana can't do their new redistricting.
Yeah, right. That's why North Carolina can't either.
Hair Trump. Yeah.
See, that's the other thing. Like, you can't just do it and then tomorrow it's redistricted. Is that a word? You can't just do that. You got to change voting registries. Like you.
No, I mean you don't. I mean, they can, but that's what the Secretary of State is for. So, So
they can fast track it, is what you're telling me?
Yeah, I mean, if the State House passes it,
like Texas.
Yeah, then it's you go into the database and you get. I mean, like, our stuff, our precinct and our ward doesn't change.
No,
but
the district does.
Yeah, who's in there? Which is why, but then what that means is you start getting like crazy text messages from, like, who the fuck is this person? Like, I get
text messages from Trump.
I was getting that last election, like, who the fuck is this person? And it was like, oh, that was the Democratic nominee
in Pearl River.
But
that's where, yeah.
But again, like, remember, I can't remember if it's gonna kick in. I think it should kick in next election. Or next November. Jungle primaries are over.
Yeah, I know that.
Landry got his way, which again I don't think is a good idea, because the way it worked out statewide is the Democrats eat themselves.
Exactly, they cannibalize themselves.
And now you're going to have, what that's going to do is, I think that kept the DNC money out of Louisiana.
Right, because they knew, like,
there's no way that we can pick among like 12 people.
And that's not an exaggeration.
Right. So, but now you run a legit primary, and then you get one nominee. Now money's going to come flooding in.
Right, because you could get behind one person. And we've already started seeing that last year when they started running...
Yeah.
last year before the
Yeah, when they
Maine
were running
election.
Harris ads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and also, like, the Republicans forget before Edwin Edwards put the jungle primary in, Louisiana was a primarily Democrat state.
Correct.
I mean, granted,
Well,
our bourbon Democrat, but, our Dixiecrat, but it was still like they were voting with the Democratic Party.
yeah. Our last governor was, I guess, what you would call a Dixiecrat, right?
Yeah. I mean, not horribly racist, but yeah, he was.
Well, that's what I mean.
He was anti-abortion. I mean, he was very
Right.
Catholic, but then again, I mean, he expanded Medicare and Medicaid, and
A sensible Republican.
actually had the state working on a surplus.
Yep.
Made not solvent, but at least tops is set for a few more years.
Right. It was funded and still ran a surplus.
Mm-hmm.
I hope this shit comes back to fucking bite them in the ass.
Which is why LSU has like a 75% acceptance rate.
Hey, man. And they still can't field. I'm not going to say that because it's not on LSU at this point.
Okay, so
Okay, right.
over under, how much longer does this government shutdown last? It's already fucking with my summer plans. Like, trying to figure out, like, hey, I want to go hit up some national parks this summer. And the family's like, there may not be anybody, not
Which is why we're
visitors.
trying-
There may not be any park rangers out there. And it'll just be a fucking shit show.
I know. I don't know how those places run without all of that. I mean, they don't, but people can still get in there.
Yeah,
You
I
have
mean,
fucking squatters in there.
yeah, I mean, you got people manning the gates and stuff like that, but
That's it.
you don't have anybody working back trails and stuff like
That's what I'm saying.
upkeeping and all that. Like, all that gets cut. Yeah.
That's how they had the fire, and they had to fucking cut all that shit down where I was.
Right. Yeah.
A few years ago. During the last government shutdown. Veterans Day in November.
Yeah.
Was that the 11th-ish? So yeah, about the second week in November. And that's only if Mr. Johnson decides to.
That's my thing. I haven't looked at any recent polling to see who's getting blamed for what, but it does seem like
Well, for a minute there, Trump got the bump, but that was because of the peace.
yeah.
Um,
But it doesn't seem like the Republican messaging is really working, and that people are buying that the minority party,
right.
is the one responsible.
No.
And even like their argument of like they're not even like trying to mask it, like they're trying to save your Medicare benefits.
No, what they're saying is the Republicans' talking point right now is Chuck Schumer wants to give free health care to
Immigrants, yeah.
Like, that's their talking point.
Yeah. Even though that is not legally possible.
Correct. That's already against the law.
Yeah.
Not going to happen.
I mean, yeah, it can't happen.
Has anybody, applied for insurance?
Oh, I mean, I would think. I mean,
Like-
there is probably somebody out there who tried to do it and
Right.
was like rejected. But if we were in like a convention year, the Republicans would plot out, whoever Sanchez and
Right.
be like, I tried to apply.
Here we go.
A Democrat told me I could do it. I'm sorry, I'm doing it terrible.
George Soros
I'm going to
paid
hell
me.
for that one. Yeah.
George Soros paid me. I was going to do the Speedy Gonzalez voice. Glad I stayed away from that one.
I was trying to do his cousin. Was it Slowpoke?
Oh, yeah. Speedy. Real quick, we got 40 seconds. How about Trump commuting your boy?
George Santos.
Yeah, there you go. I wish I could say I was smart enough to lead into that, but I wasn't.
My favorite meme of that was like, Santos, who stole like millions of dollars from people, gets his sentence commuted, but yet a dude who's been in jail since like the 1950s who stole $9.
Still
Brown
rocking
guy,
it.
by the way.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The following segment has been brought to you by Whatever Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. The Po' Boy Podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, music by the Heisenberg Compensators.